My spouse wants to work as much as possible during this whole immigrant process. Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. In this video, we're talking about the situation where a couple is thinking about getting married and applying for an immigrant visa or a green card or a fiancé visa. In other words, there's a spouse or a fiance overseas, and they are going to come to the United States and get a green card to live in the United States and maybe one day become a U.S. citizen. In these situations, there's often many competing interests. Sometimes the number one issue is, can we be together as much as possible? Another one is, can my spouse work up until the time they come and then get to work as soon as they get here? Another one is, what's the easiest or the fastest? So people have different concerns and different priorities that they have to weigh because you can't always have everything that you want. And in this video, we're going to talk about that situation where the foreign national, the fiance or the spouse, wants to be able to work as much as possible back in the home country and get to work as soon as they arrive in the United States. So that's what we're talking about. And the best route for that kind of a situation where you want to be able to work is to do an I-130 away. That is for the U.S. citizen to file an I-130 petition with USCIS to get that petition approved, to have the case sent to the National Visa Center where the State Department begins its processing, collecting more fees, dealing with the affidavit of support, and submitting the DS-260, which is all the background information about the beneficiary, and then having the case sent to the embassy. So let's say that you have a fiance or spouse over in London and you're thinking about bringing them to the United States, and money's a little tight and you want them to be able to work as much as possible and you want them to be able to work as quickly as possible once they get to the United States. If that's your primary concern, this is the route for you. The problem with a fiance case or with them coming to the United States, hanging out for a while, getting married, and then applying for adjustment is there's going to be a long period of time, maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months, where they are not going to be able to work in the United States. So if money is a concern, and right now, money is a big concern for a lot of people, the immigration process is expensive. Sometimes the foreign spouse is the person who is making the most money in the relationship, and it's important for them to be able to work all the way until they come to the United States. And so you wouldn't want to do a fiancé case in that situation because you would go through pretty much that same process I just outlined, USCIS, NVC, embassy. But then once they arrive, you'd have 90 days to get married. They couldn't work during that period. Then they would apply for a green card and they would wait for that temporary work card to come. That could be another 4, 5, 6 months. Similarly, if they were in the United States, say on a vacation, and they decided to get married, well, they couldn't get married in those first 60 days, and they couldn't, and once they did get married and apply, they couldn't get that work card again for 6 or 7 months. So there's going to be a big, long gap on the back end where they're not going to be able to work. So that leaves us with the good old I-130, which we in our office call an I-130 away, which is you file that I-130 petition with USCIS, you get it processed and approved, it goes to the National Visa Center, gets approved there, documentarily qualified, then it gets sent to the consulate in London so that your loved one can then get their immigrant visa. Once they come to the United States, they will have paid their Ellis fee, which is to get them their green card. Their green card should follow 3, 4, 5 weeks later, and then they're back to work here in the United States. So that's the most important thing to you. Then that's the route you're going to want to take. Again, if being together is a priority, or if getting the case done as quickly as possible is a priority, then you might do things a little bit differently. But these are your options, and I wanted to make this video for those people for whom economics is the number one issue. If you're thinking about hiring us or working with us as your law firm to handle your immigration case, feel free to email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com, or you can call us at 314-961-8200. If you're just looking for some free advice or from some camaraderie as you go through the process, you can join our Immigrant Home Facebook group. We'd love to have you there. It's a free Facebook group with thousands of members talking about the immigration process. We also have our TikTok channel, which is @ImmigrationHacking. We have a lot of fun on there, tell little stories and do all that on @ImmigrationHacking on TikTok. We have our YouTube channel, which is called just the Hacking Immigration Law YouTube channel, and we do a live show on that channel and in our Facebook group. The show is called the Immigration Answer Show. We do it 3 or 4 times a week, and that's just me going live in the channels trying to answer all of your immigration law related questions that I can. We do that usually Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. If you want to get on the list to get alerted by text when we're going live, just text the word SHOW, SHOW, to 314-470-3300. Otherwise, you can just subscribe to the YouTube channel and you'll get updated whenever we make new videos like this one. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.